So before I play this video, I just want to lay out some context about what exactly this is. So a couple days ago, I was on a stream with one of my friends, Sony Symbiotic, who makes gameplay videos mainly about Spider-Man, showing off like, a bunch of cool combos and like stuff that you can do in the Insomniac Spider-Man games. And someone in his chat left a comment telling us to play a segment from two different streams where the amazing Lucas, or Amazing Animation, who those who are not new to the channel will probably already know, started trying to criticize the quality, the depth, and or variety of the Insomniac Spider-Man games combat systems. But this taken standard that he has stretches across all video games, and it's genuinely one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. So this video will be our reactions to watching that on his stream. And without further ado, let's begin.
Alright, here we go.
They limited the amount of gadgets you had, which is not, I don't like gadgets at all, besides web shooters.
Shadow ban.
But that was the route that they were going with Spider-Man 1.
Shadow ban.
So for them to remove gadgets is kind of antithetical to the design that they were promoting.
That's not wrong.
You just got to get a little creative. Here's what people are misunderstanding. What I think a lot of people do is that the game is set out for you to do A and B, right? Now, they give you the tools to do A and B. What people eventually do, because that's what people do, they explore, is that they find creative ways to use the tools for A and B in ways that the game didn't have you do.
I literally taught him this shit. Hell no. Pause it real quick. He was not saying shit like this before he knew me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's talking about me with the gadget. Wait, really? Hold up. I don't think what he's saying right now is necessarily wrong.
Bro, what he's saying right now is like verbatim what I told him in that stream where I was telling him like what people like to do.
Oh, he said, nah, just wait. Okay, hold up. He said just wait.
Right, for example, when it came to the dodge is to be used in combat, right? If somebody attack you, you dodge. You're in the air, somebody trying to attack you, you dodge and web off. What people then do is use the dodge as a traversal mechanic, where dodge to cut, tight corners and stuff like that. What they did in Spider-Man 1. And they use the gadgets. I mean, I've seen some crazy videos, but that's not how the game was intended for you to play. So that's great that you can be creative to an extent, but baseline of the game, there's nothing crazy. Now, sure, can you try and...
What?
So, my response to that is any game at a baseline level is quite stale without a player's, like, initiation with the system. Like, I don't get what he's trying to say. Like, Tekken isn't the greatest fighting game in the world without players finding out like cool things to do in Tekken. Like Street Fighter isn't like one of the greatest. Like all the games you even have a competitive scene in are nothing without the players doing something on the flip side to make it what it is today. So I'd say like that's just such a moot point. Like of course a game at its baseline is boring. Like what? Like.
Wait, you mean you have to get creative and like play with the system for it to be like great? That's crazy. That's a crazy concept.
I would say that's just like counterintuitive to how we play video games. Why wouldn't you want like a developer shouldn't have the goal of you should play this exactly how I designed it? That would be so stupid. Like what?
And plus, Insomniac, they didn't even mind it when
developers don't get that though.
Did on Twitter. Like he posted like a comment on Twitter, like when they're like showing like combat video.
It's like
they didn't care at all.
There's even like there's a YouTube series where they have like game developers react to people doing speed runs of their game, and they find so much enjoyment in it because it's like they never thought like like that's something like why would you try to make this argument? Like it should just be what it is.
Creative with the limited.
Oh, they said there's another
arsenal that they've given you. Sure, you can.
I mean, they're gonna do anything if you're not gonna play the game how they want to.
People gonna do like I wonder if I can do this and then this and then jump.
You would have won that shit too.
Most people aren't gonna do that, bro.
What do you mean most people aren't gonna do that? You don't base your combat system around what most people are gonna do. You should base your combat system
on like what's possible.
Okay. Yeah, on like giving players the opportunity to explore so it doesn't get stale.
And
I told him that, and he was like, and now he's okay. So I guess he just didn't listen to me then. That's also at the same time.
Yeah, but like I would even say, I don't even think or expect casual people to play like me. Like that, if I expected all my arguments to be based off how I play, dude, that would be like for what? Like obviously, the reason why I make content talking about why this is a problem isn't because I want people to play like me. It's because we have people that are misinformed or don't know what they're talking about. And let's get this understood. The casual way to play the combat in Spider-Man isn't normal, isn't like baseline, you have a good understanding of how to play. That's not the casual. The casual like version of people playing this game is they suck at it. They suck at it. That's the casual experience. It's not decent. It's not I can get like they genuinely suck at the game. And the reason why I know this is because if you went through a playthrough, especially the first game, if the first game was made ever so differently to the point there was no healing button, bro, your streams for Spider-Man 1 would take like up your whole digital catalog. You would never get through it. I swear to God. Because the amount of times I've seen these YouTubers that say, oh, the game's not hard, the game is so basic, the game's so boring. You have to press that goddamn down D button so many times just to get through a level, just to get through a scenario, just to get through a random crime. So let's not get it twisted. Do I play at a very niche level? Sure. But is the casual experience to the point where you'd be fine, like on your own without any handicaps?
I mean, no. I'd say that. I mean, I partially agree with that, but like at the same time, I think it's you can say the game is easy to like get through, but saying it's like not extremely engaging, it's just wrong because of the healing point. Like I feel like that's more what the healing thing would support.
Wait, what do you mean?
Word up, word up.
Like, if someone says the game is, like, easy to play, easy to get through, the boss fights are easy, yada-da-da-da, it's like they're technically not wrong because the healing button is there. But if you're saying they're bad just because they're easy, that's just wrong because I feel like a boss fight doesn't need to be extremely hard for it to be a good boss fight. It just needs to be really engaging. And when you bring up, like, oh, these people need to press the healing button, it's like, okay, you're obviously being engaged if you need to keep pressing the healing button.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just like case in point. I don't get why people, dude, it's weird because it's not even from a place of superiority. It's just from a place of I feel bad for the fact that all the feedback that Insomniac gets for the combat in their game comes from people that genuinely suck at the game. Like more than not, all the freaking like some of the wants and the needs that I've seen with the system have been so non-desirable from a sense like what is that gonna do? Like what is that genuinely gonna do? It's to the point I can't stand like looking at people make these types of vids because it's like it doesn't help. Like it doesn't do anything. He was literally saying like what needs to change in Spider-Man before the game drops is they need to have more interactive cutscenes because just being able to or set pieces because just being able to press circle and dodge this car as the lizard pulls Spider-Man up a building, it's not enough. They need to do like Uncharted did and have a better scripted moment in the game. Like, dude, I don't care. I don't care about this stuff. That's not the normal gameplay loop. That's not what I care to see in 99.9% of like the rest of the game. Like so that stuff annoys me. It's people like that don't really care for that part of the game making the biggest complaints and the biggest like suggestions for change because you never played with the system, so how do you know what's good about it, what's not?
Well, what Lucas is saying right here is such fucking cope for like his arguments for like shit not taking skill or shit not being good enough. He'll like make a criticism of like, okay, but you're wrong, here's why, it shows gameplay. He's like, well, that shit's unnecessary, that's not how it was intended. It's like, okay, but you can do it and it doesn't matter if it doesn't take skill, show me you doing it.
Yeah, and that's perfect. The thing is, the big reason why I even bring up this stuff in the first place isn't because I'm trying to show like, you know, a different way of playing. It's just showing what can be done.
Yeah.
The general fact is like, this is possible, meaning all the stuff that you were saying about what the game can and can't do is not true because I can do it. If I can do it, just because you like that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, we need to have a lot more nuanced arguments about how to improve mechanics for the sequels instead of just saying like, they didn't have this at all. Like this didn't work. Like, and I'm like, bro, you can't even speak on it because you don't know. Like you don't know. Because it would be different if you knew about it and just didn't like it. Like I prefer that more than just you don't know at all. Gosh, that's I'm gonna let him finish.
I'm the freaking lab lab a non-fighting game, right?
What's wrong with that?
Devil May Cry is a whole single player experience that people lab all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sifu is a whole like single player experience that people lab all the time. There's a training room.
Even before Arena came out.
Exactly.
Bro must have never touched a character action game before. Like,
dude, a Wolverine Origins game had a training room
In God of War.
Like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like,
lab a non-fighting game, right? But if you enjoy it, then that's all, that's all that matters, right? The ricochet combos and a lot of things. I hear you. I'm sure you can, but at the end of the day, the ricochet combos are ricochet combos, right? They're meant to be used.
What does that even mean?
what?
That reminds me of when fucking that RSG dude was like, but at the end of the day, Invincible is a superhero show. It's like, and that's all it is. A superhero show. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Oh no, I gotta let him elaborate on this. This is gonna be so bad.
Right? They're meant to be used and ricochet. Now, can you get creative and like, I'm gonna bounce up, hit this guy, web him up, use the ricochet combos, use that? Sure, by all means. But I think there are happy accidents that occur in games that devs love, but they didn't intend for, right?
Okay.
They didn't intend for you.
That's
to
completely irrelevant to
ricochet
what's
webs
in the game
and
how good the system is.
And he's not even saying something that I disagree, but like, you would think if you had, this is what this video is starting to become, is he's taking some of the things that he sees in these videos, and just because there's a stylistic element to it, he's taking away all of the tactical or advantageous parts of it. And I don't like that. That's one thing I'm not going to stand for. Do we put spin on things to make it, more enjoyable? Sure. But there's still some things in there that we know just because of our play style. Like, we have an understanding of the game's mechanics that make it to, even if I didn't go for style, it would be way more like, dude, one of the comments I hate the most in my videos is that, yeah, this is cool and all, but like, you're not efficient. And I'm like, bro, do you understand me being able to do this, knowing how to do this? If I ever wanted to be efficient in this game, I could get through like fighting encounters in a second. And because I know how to do it, I know how boring it would be. Like do you understand, if you genuinely wanted to go the most efficient route in Spider-Man, your combat encounters would literally last a second. All you would need to do is turn on Equalizer and shoot a concussive blast, and you've killed the whole wave. You've killed the whole wave. You've killed the whole wave. Watch this. Watch this.
Who can pet those rich guys?
All right.
Not good. You guys said the bug was on vacation.
Hey guys, we got prescriptions for this stuff? Knocking the ever.
They're dead.
Nice.
I ground pounded them and they died just with Equalizer. So if that's the efficiency you want, how long is this video? 18 seconds. Go ahead, have fun with that. I could do that too. Like, why are we trying to make that like an argument? Like, God,
I think the only time that thing could be used in an argument is saying the game is unbalanced.
And I would say that would be a better thing to say about it than what he says. Like,
they didn't intend for you to use the ricochet webs in ways that you may use them. They intended it for one sole purpose. Okay, I want them to do this, and they set the parameters around that.
How do you even know that's
true?
Whoa, that I completely disagree with that statement. So you're telling me that I feel like that goes against game development, because if you made a mechanic for a sole purpose and then you find out it could be used for other things, I rarely see, unless there's like a balancing issue, I rarely see that get like, oh, we got to take that out, or we got to change that, or we got to make that something that's not even, like we got to remove that. Like, in fact, I would say when they pick up on these things, the likelihood is that they try to make it a streamlined feature in the game. Because the more I look at it, I'm gonna be so real with you, the more I look at it, I'm almost certain at this point that the little wall kick thing came from somebody seeing us do the punch cancel. I'm so certain about it now, because they try to make it to a point where like we can do the thing and it's like way cooler than it was in the in the first game.
Yeah,
like it follows
so,
the same beat, You get him up against the wall. I just feel like that's really where that came from. Then again, if it didn't, whatever. I'm just trying to say, I feel like that just goes against the purpose of even trying to like develop a game. Like why would you only want it to look how you made it? Like genuinely?
Well, he's like, I don't know why he's acting like playtesting doesn't exist. It's like, if you can do something in Spider-Man PS4, how do you even know that they didn't know that was possible?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Okay. It just, all right. I'm gonna just try to get through this.
You access to the game, you're like, well, let's see if I can use them this way. But the baseline game, which is the 99.9% of what people experience, they're not going to do ricochet webs in some type of crazy way.
Maybe,
you're going to
sure.
use it how the game intends, them to use it.
That's
So
also not sure. No, like, there's no basis for that. Like,
I don't even know why he keeps bringing up the most people thing. It's completely irrelevant to the quality of the thing.
Because if that was the case, if he says how it's supposed to be used, right? Any promotional footage that we saw from for Spider-Man gameplay-wise before it got released, for example, when we saw the impact web being used to stick enemies to wall in stealth scenarios. I don't think we ever saw the impact web in combat, like ever. Same with the trip mine. I don't think we ever saw the trip mine in combat ever for the promotional purpose of the game, showing you its intended use or its intended purpose. Spider-Man 1, like all of our demos.
They did show the trip mine. They showed the trip mine for sure.
Yeah, they did, but they showed it for stealth. So it's like they showed it for stealth.
Oh, they used it in combat too. 100%. They used it in the Game Informer video.
Game Informer?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna finish this point first, then I'm gonna look it up. But my point is, if you have all of these gadgets and these tools and things like that, and you don't show how they're supposed to be used, then how could you tell me their intended purpose? Especially like some of the gadgets are just vague. Like the suspension matrix, if you don't have a plan for that, like you lift them up into the air, like okay, you can only press square like a couple of times on one person. Like what's the point of the suspension matrix? Like when you genuinely think about it, like it suspends people, but then you can only square button one person at a time. So it's like you'd have to be creative. And the reason why I disagree with this especially is because Insomniac is a studio that's made gadgets before, and people have been creative. Like Ratchet and Clank was the first time like we've seen this, and people were very unconventional about how they went about the weapons, certain gadgets in that game. They have a track record of just making a playground for you. So that's why I don't know.
Well, the whole, what's funny, the whole fighting game thing completely breaks his whole standard as well. Because by his token, most people don't play fighting games like crazy creatively and go all stupid. So by his logic,
exist by this logic. Essentially.
Like, I don't know why you're using most people don't play this way when you're talking about quality of something that's so stupid.
What people are confusing is you finding fun in the game, right? And the baseline fun.
No, you're confusing.
What?
You're confusing what you don't enjoy to quality.
Wait, what did he say?
Finding fun in the game.
Hold up.
What happened?
This is crazy.
Way. They're gonna use it how the game intends, them to use it. So I think what people are confusing is you finding fun in the game.
Okay, so by this logic, the fighting games aren't as good as he thinks they are. DMC isn't as good as he thinks it is. None of the older God of War games are as good. Like, what the fuck? This just goes for every game.
Yeah, this isn't even just like a Spider-Man only thing. Like you could literally, this doesn't make sense for any single game.
The Tony Hawk games would fucking blow.
Oh my god! Thank you for saying that. Oh my god, that's a perfect.
They would fucking suck.
That is a perfect example. Oh my lord, dude! I can't believe this, man. Did that make him laugh?
You finding fun in the game and the baseline fun.
What does baseline fun even mean?
What is...
That's night and day from like a DMC5 and stuff like that.
How?
How? It literally is not. What the fuck are you talking about? You crazy
Okay,
old
if I went by your logic, the intended DMC. You know what's so funny? DMC5 has had a consistent jump cancel in all of its games because a player found it, and they've made sure it's in every single game moving forward. The intended way to play, sure. But do you think that that's what they just expect people to just do, and that's the only reason why? No, that's
That would be so close-minded of a game dev.
That's
Like
crazy.
literally.
It's so stupid. Like by his logic, it's like, oh, how do we know the game devs intended you to string certain combo and certain combo together and do some crazy shit? It's like, what?
That's wild. That's a wild statement. How is DMC any different? Like what? Okay.
Using that as your example was just horrible.
That's crazy. Okay.
Like that was.
It's when he's saying the intended way to play, is he talking about like you get a tutorial on how to use a mechanic and that's how you always have to use it? Like what kind of dumb shit is that?
Yes, he's saying exactly that. He's saying as the way the game, like whatever scenario that you're in where you first used it or were taught to use it is how you should use it every single time in the game.
That's so
Well, it's not even
stupid.
matter to him.
That's just
DMC5
so dumb.
and stuff like that. Sliding fun and you going out of your way to find fun in the game are two different things. That's all.
What are you talking about?
They go hand in hand. They are not two different things.
Going out of
What?
my way to find fun in a game is different from having fun in a game?
Crazy.
I was about to say those are one and the same. What are you talking about, you
From like
crazy
a
old man?
DMC5 and stuff like that. Sliding fun and you going out of your
How
way to
old is
find
he?
fun in the game are two different things. That's all.
How?
Oh no.
Two different
Well,
things.
listen, Sony, he's got a point. Fun and fun are, they're not the same.
F is for friends
it's those
who
two
do stuff
conflicting mindsets
together.
inside of his
Q
brain.
is for you and me. N is for Neanderthals that cannot play at all and should stay in the... I don't know.
Is that on your new album?
Like, oh, it has all these combos and it has all these maneuvers. No, it doesn't.
No,
No, it doesn't. Now, did you probably find some different ways to incorporate the ricochet web and do all that? Sure, by all means. Absolutely. It's not even included into the depth, right? The depth of the game.
What are you
'Cause
talking
have-
about? Are you
have a
dense?
ceiling and- right? The depth of the game.
Get rid of that ugly ass beard,
Because
you
you have a-
crazy
you
old
have a-
fuck.
you have a
God
ceiling
damn.
and you have a
Yapping
floor.
on nothing.
Oh, hold on.
Because you have a ceiling and you have a floor. That's not even included into the ceiling of the game.
How do you know? How do you know?
Wait, if it's not included in the skill ceiling, Lucas, then why can't you do it? Is it because you haven't reached that ceiling? Is it because you haven't explored all the depth in the game? Huh, Lucas? That's a crazy concept.
You know the funniest thing about this whole thing? He acts as if game developers know what the skill ceiling looks like before players actually play their game. And I think
I mean, they can have they can have somewhat of an idea, but you can't predict, because when you release your game, like playtesters can only do so much. But like when you release your game to millions of people, that skill ceiling is going to continue to raise the longer the game is out.
yeah, so that's ridiculous. Like that is that's a brain dead take. I'm sorry, but to assume that much is crazy to me. Didn't he say he was a game developer or like game animator?
No, if this is his mindset for making this
be.
fucking spider combat game, holy shit.
Bro, I cannot wait to play your Flash game. That's essentially what you're trying to make. You're trying to make the most like automated, like catered to
I'd
system.
have more fun bashing my head into a wall, it seems like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I can at least be creative with
why
that.
would I want to play your game if there's nothing beyond what you show me? I think anybody would hate that, actually. If the game was only as deep as what was shown to me, or within the realm of possibility of the people that make it, why would I care to play?
Right? I won't even say I know for a fact, but they weren't expecting people to play the game how I've seen people play the game.
Sure.
That's not how they're expecting. So they don't include that.
That's
into the
completely
system. They
irrelevant.
don't
That is
think people play the
completely
game. That's
irrelevant
not
to the
how-
quality of the system.
Absolutely. Like that's what he said is true, but that has no bearing. No bearing at all.
Expecting people to play the game how I've seen people play the game. That's
Sure.
not how they're expecting. So they don't include that.
That's
into
like
the
saying
system, right? They don't
basketball
include that
isn't that good of a sport because at a baseline level, the creators of basketball didn't expect Kyrie Irving to exist.
Hold up.
Or
You're
Stephen
not supposed
Curry.
to dunk. You're not supposed to dunk.
Yeah, it's like, nah. Like, what the fuck? This is genuinely, like, it's just fucking brain dead. Like, there's no other word.
Oh, boy.
play the game. That's not how they're expecting it. So they don't include that into the ceiling, right? They don't include that into the combat.
It is a part of the ceiling. What are you talking about?
When does a game developer ever define what the ceiling is supposed to look like? I've never, actually, I don't think I've ever seen that ever. Ever. I have never seen a game that comes out, and then months later they do like a updated stream or something like that, where they tell you what you should do to have reached the skill ceiling for the game. I've never seen that
that's
ever in my
boring.
life. That would be stupid. What, like, and you know what makes matters even worse is that some games do have systems to measure proficiency within like a specific combat system. Like what is it? Batman has the score during the free flow.
People. Well, yeah, that's why it's got like leaderboards that people constantly get higher and higher and higher. It's like there's no way they can't measure how long someone will be able to do that unless they set like a time limit.
Right, and so
or something.
And you notice how in these systems there's always a rubric, but there is never a defined way on how to get from point A to point B. It's you. It's up to you. It's your creativity. It's your ingenuity. It's what you do. You're literally like that's oh my god.
It's so well. Again, I'll just use the basketball thing. It's like, oh, the guys who created the Peach Basket didn't expect you to be shooting threes from half court and fucking dribbling like crazy, so that means the game of basketball isn't as fun as you think it is. The skill ceiling of basketball isn't as high as you think it is, because that's not how it was originally intended, even though you can't even fucking measure that.
Yeah, sure, like you can be a Steph Curry, but do you think everyone's gonna try to be a Steph Curry? And that
Oh yeah, basketball's not as fun because not everyone's Steph Curry. Like what?
Yeah, the baseline of basketball sucks.
Like what the fuck is that argument?
Like, yeah, Steph Curry exists, but most people, they just shoot twos. I gotta let him
well, you can actually do this, you can actually do that, and if you're really good, you can do that. Because the mechanics don't allow for that level of depth.
They do, though. What are you talking? If the mechanics don't allow for that level of depth, then how can you do it? How is that part of the system, then? What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, gang. This is looking worse by the minute.
Which alter ego is this?
I don't know, bro.
Fucking crazy.
He's got so many personalities in his head that he doesn't know what he's saying. This is literally the Hellblade 2 shit. Guys, Spider-Man 2 isn't innovative enough. It's too similar to the first game. But also, why are you guys mad that Hellblade 2 is similar to the sequel? This is my game of the year, bro. Like, what the fuck is this?
In that same vein, then you started asking, like, what was supposed to be the content that, like, was supposed to be innovative? Because if it wasn't based off the mechanics and the system that you already have, where were you supposed to find it?
Well, listen, Sony. The innovation was when you swing through trees, the leaves come off. That was the innovation.
Gosh,
that's the innovation we're looking for.
I can press circle during a set piece. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
It's 2024.
I wanted to save civilians when
we gotta have more innovation for the 5-second sequences that aren't the main gameplay loop. We need more innovation there.
Here we go.
It's not to say it's bad or good, but to act like, you know, it has the same level of depth as opposed to a game that was designed to have that same level of depth.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, actually,
where's a coherent?
He keeps going in circles. He keeps basically saying the same thing. It's the same point over and over and over again, and it never hits every single time because he's just yapping.
Acting like that's supposed
this banger goes
better
crazy
than the
on
game
Bluetooth.
that was designed to have that level of depth. Dude,
Now you might be able to find as much variety as DMC and Spider-Man PS4, but if the developer in the tutorials didn't tell you how to do that stuff, then it doesn't count.
Where this is coming from?
It's bad or good, but to act like, you know, it has the same level of depth as opposed to a game that was designed to have that same level of depth is loony.
Did he say loony? Because
Oh my God.
okay. So here's my, I guess, my response to that.
This whole segment from his stream is just a Looney Tunes episode. It's the never-ending circular argument.
If the design of depth was like, if you know what's so funny?
Unsolvable Rubik's Cube.
You know what's so funny is that I could make the same argument about games that are designed to have more depth than they really are. Like,
yeah, you could.
Because
you really could.
I could say the same thing about a game that has everything labeled out for you. Like, I know exactly, like, let's say in this perfect world, this perfect game where there's a defined level of depth, everything that I like I can do in the game has been told to me by the developer. I know what it looks like, yada, yada, yada. Let's say this game exists. And let's say still, two things can be true at the same time, that this game is out and it's still not enjoyable. it's not fun. It's not satisfying. That could still happen. I could still have a system that is designed with
it's called
all
Devil May
this
Cry
depth.
2.
And let's say not only is it's designed with this depth, but what if I can get through the game without even having to access it? What if I can get through the game without having to even worry
Literally Devil
about
May
all
Cry
these
2.
mechanics? So I'm like, what does it matter then? The depth that you talk about that I don't even have to touch on. That's a lot of games, bro. I don't know if you know that, but there are a lot of games.
Well, like let's say for example, like DMC. Does DMC 5's combat system inherently better because it tells you how to do more moves than Spider-Man PS4 does? Like inherently, just like on a concept level? Like that's stupid.
That's a great point. I would say this. We're probably living in the most evident time period of it right now. Sparking Zero is based off the Tenkaichi series, right? Before we got Sparking Zero, we had this thing called Rage and Blast 2. Rage and Blast 2 had, or just Rage and Blast, but the Rage and Blast games, right? Everything was defined in that game. Am I ever gonna say that Raging Blast 2 was more in depth as a system than Budokai just because it wasn't as defined or designed as he says? Hell no. Hell no. I would put on Budokai Tenkaichi 3 10 times over playing Raging Blast 2. Even with all the details that it tells me, it defines it all. It like I know the system.
Hold on, what about Minecraft? They don't tell you.
He would have a conniption if he ever played Minecraft.
It doesn't tell you shit. Dude, his brain would look like the thing that he has in the background, all the floating rocks in the galaxy.
People enjoy this?
His brain would literally explode. Like Minecraft is the pinnacle of like creativity in a game, or even like Fortnite creative mode.
Like literally, like I feel
Bro.
like the business model rewards you having the sandbox experience where the player can literally do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Even though I'm not even the biggest fan of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, but have you seen what people can do in Tears of the Kingdom?
Well, to be fair, I mean, in Tears of the Kingdom, some people will just be like, with Tears of the Kingdom, some shit that will piss me off is like some people will make like an X-Wing or something, and it's just like, look, this is crazy creativity, and it's like, okay, but like, what's really the purpose of that? If anything, you're just being worried at first. It's kind of it meets a fine line where like you finding shit that's actually useful for like, you know, taking out enemies, even if you don't need to do it. It's like finding shit that's actually useful is good creativity to find.
Yes, and that's literally any game. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get where this is coming from. Like any game, if we went the way that you wanted to do this, every game would suck. Like that's a part of the joy, and I think that's a part of the business model that gets rewarded.
Not even just video games, like any game in general.
Yeah,
suck
yeah.
If you played it, like come on, what are we doing here, bro?
Oh goodness, how long does he talk about this?
Crazy talk.
Oh, crazy talk.
But if you find fun in the game, then you find fun in the game.
You guys still here?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You still streaming, Sony?
Not knocking it at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean you're not knocking it? You quite literally are knocking it.
But to act like, you know, they had the same thought pattern as to, let's say, a Web of Shadows behind their combat, you'd be crazy, bro.
Web of Shadows' combat system is literally... Web of Shadows' combat system is streamlined. Like, that shit is way more streamlined than any of the Insomniac Spider-Man games.
That combat system is still overrated, man.
And it's fucking... The balancing is worse than fucking any of the Insomniac games as well.
Oh, is that
You do one hit on
choreographer?
an enemy and they're dead. Like
Yeah, literally, you do one web strike and the enemy's fucking dead for majority of the enemy types. And that's like something you get in the first like hour.
I hate that the body disappears. Why?
You know what's worse?
Infinite. It's fucking infinite. It's like if you had infinite gadgets in PS4 or something.
Do you know what's worse about it though? He picked Web of Shadows. Web of Shadows is probably the biggest example of the combat system that everybody loves because you don't do what they want you to do. That's like literally Web of Shadows. That's why people love that game. It's because the combat system is as good as it is because no one does what they want you to do. Quote unquote. Like why would you bring that one up? Oh. Like, does he not know Web of Shadows is probably more egregious than Spider-Man PS4? Like, in the combo department? Like, what?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I don't know, man.
Like, have you seen Web of Shadows combat?
I've seen the combos. I'm talking about
Corey, I haven't
No,
seen
but I'm
this
saying Web of
Evolution.
Shadows goes
I'll
directly
leave
against
that
what he,
joke.
I mean, it both. Well, Web of Shadows is super streamlined with its combos compared to what's it called, to PS4? Because like in PS4, you actively like people have to actually go out of their way, not just watch a tutorial on how to do the combos. But like even in Web of Shadows, you'll get a certain amount of combos and certain amount of mechanics and like moves to pull off. And it's up to the players to use those combos efficiently, creatively, in different ways, string different combos together.
Okay, yeah, we're saying the same thing. It's like like that system is literally rewarding you to be crazy, like or cuckoo as you call it. Like why would you bring that game up?
Looney.
Well, honestly, Web of Shadows does it even worse because
exactly that's what I'm saying.
It's so much quicker.
It's more egregious than Spider-Man PS4. So for you to bring this game up in comparison is wild. What Death was designed with, like, based on his standards? That's all I'm gonna say. Like, where was the design for that depth that we saw in Web? Like it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And for you to try to and sell me that it was is crazy. That's the actual cuckoo part. Like,
Cuckoo.
What? Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy.
You'd be crazy.
What about even what's it called? His favorite game, bro. Fucking the Spider-Man 2 PS2 movie game. The shit that people do in the swinging system in that game. Like they don't tell you how to do everything. Like you get a tutorial in the beginning of the game, but they don't tell you how to do everything.
If you even want to make it like bring it a step further, you have to go out of your way to get a loop-de-loop. If you want to be real.
I really don't.
No, the loop-de-loop mechanic. You know what's funny? Shit. The loop-de-loop mechanic in the Spider-Man 2 PS2 game, literally there's not a single time you'll use it and it doesn't punish you. Even if you use it correctly, it always punishes you. You always lose momentum.
Yeah, punish me.
Oh my god. Whereas like, what? Well, like you compare that to Spider-Man 2, and even if it doesn't have as realistic a physics system, if you use the loop-de-loop right, you get actively rewarded with speed boosts for it.
Yeah, this
like,
is
crazy. So stupid.
How Web of Shadows is designed is for that depth.
Oh shit! I fucking timed down.
Dude,
it's the funniest thing is he only thinks it's designed for that depth because they tell you the combos. They tell you what to do.
Gross.
And the funny thing is, even with all the combos laid out, it's still not the pinnacle of Web of Shadows combat. Like you still have to.
Yeah.
Web of Shadows.
Well, yeah, I know.
Combat is more egregious than Spider-Man PS4.
But it's funny because he would probably say that doesn't add to the stuff in like I mean by his standard it doesn't add to the Web of Shadows combat system if you do all the stuff that the game doesn't tell you.
Why would you even like? I literally, if you think I gotta go out of my way for Spider-Man PS4, then what, bro? Like Nick, you should be able to talk to this.
I don't know. I really don't know what.
Because I've seen. No. Because
I've
I've seen your Web of Shadows videos, and I'd be like, bro, to do what you do, I feel like that takes way more effort. So that's what I'm saying. Like you'd have to be going way out of like comparatively. If we're talking about who goes more out of the way to do like crazy combos in either game, it's easily Web of Shadows. Easily.
Yeah. Like the swing kick is a lot harder to land. Like in Spider-Man, that shit just locks on, bro. In the PS4 games.
Like it's way more automated, bro. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Like okay, I don't know. All right.
I wouldn't say. I mean, the combo. I would say
I use it so damn much. You can just hit anybody from anywhere. Shit.
I wouldn't even say. I wouldn't say it's more automated. I would say Web of Shadows is more automated combo wise. Like when
I was
talking
about the swing kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say damn near every other aspect of Web of Shadows, like comboing that game, is way more automated because you always have a certain set of buttons that you have to, like, you have to press to do it. Whereas in like PS4, there's like the environment to deal with, the physics system to deal with, like for like landing or lining up and landing like gadget combos.
Yeah.
Like it takes way more thought. I feel like.
I see what you're saying. I'm just
I'll
saying.
say a game that does it worse is the Arkham games. Like everything's just automated for you most of the time.
Yeah, there's actually. I mean, Arkham is like way more automated. Like, cause there's not much. I mean, except for the stealth. The stealth is where Arkham's like shining light of creativity comes in. But like combat wise, most of the stuff that's told to you is what you can do.
And it's funny too, because I would say because of Batman's automation, it's one of the reasons why I don't really have that much fun like with the combat anymore, because everything that I can do is like planned. Like I don't, you know, like you just play that game, and as soon as you do anything that breaks the system, it immediately punishes you for it. It's not even
like you can't walk during combat, you can't run during combat.
Nope.
You have to like stay in that free flow forever till you're done.
I mean, yeah, if you can walk and like you can, because the only thing that I've seen people do is like you can slide. You can start running during combat and like slide and like knock people to the ground and shit.
Yeah, but then you lose.
You'll lose your combo.
You'll
I've tried that so many times and I got fucked up for it.
Yeah,
It's better for a combo starter. So.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, jump off of this guy, web that guy up here. You know, not the same thing.
What?
All three of Insomniac Spider-Man's game have to.
Yo, how'd you just turn around like
combo
that, bro?
attacks. Nothing is new.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. He's reading a chat.
Oh.
Have to same damn combo attacks. Nothing is new.
Fucking hate Ultra Instinct, bro.
Except for
Shit piss
Spider-Man
me
2 with
off.
the symbiote.
Every damn game, bro.
And even with the symbiote, I mean, you want to see some depth? Play some Web of Shadows, bro. Play some Web of Shadows.
He agrees with that comment. Like what?
Nice, dude. We were like, maybe we'll give him a.
You know what's funny?
You want to see some real depth? Play Web of Shadows, where most of the enemies die in one hit.
You know what's really funny? This is probably gonna make some people mad, but if you really think about it, if they keep on bringing that argument up with the whole, you just press square, it's the same basic combo. What do you do in Batman?
When people say that shit.
What do you do in Batman?
People say that shit, bro.
What do you do in Batman? What do you do? You press what?
It's even the worse.
I mean, there's gadgets that you can use for
They only
different
say that about the
situations.
combos,
to get
quote
around the
unquote,
shield
because it's
people
not
and the
like
taser
Web of
people.
Shadows.
Look up Spider-Menace, Spider-Man 2 Combat. I think the way he incorporates the charge jump is interesting. It's pretty fast and fluid when you see it.
Bro, why is he on Blender?
People playing games.
What? We have no idea about
Keep letting it play.
Hold on.
This is stupid to me. I don't know. To each his own. To me, this is just. It's fucking stupid.
That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that.
Because that's not how the combat is meant to be played.
Oh my god, here we go again.
That beanie's not how it's. That's not how you're fucking meant to wear that beanie. You still wear it. Shave that fucking beard, bro. Pisses me off. Swear to God.
Yo, hairline wasn't meant to be receding like that and balding, but like.
What did he do, bro?
That's how it played out.
Here we are.
Right? The issue is that the developers, right, the combat designer was like, hey, this is how I expect the game to be played, the combat.
Yeah, and humans are supposed to have hair on their head, but you're bald.
Okay.
You're wearing
That's
your hair
not very
in the wrong
nice
place,
there,
bro.
mister.
This is what happens when there are limited tools for combat and people are like, hey, I desire something, and they just come up with stuff. They're like,
That's not limited. If you can do all this, that's the complete. It's not that we saw a limited system. We saw a system with so much potential, and we were like, oh, we gotta just see what this can do. That's all it is. It's the same thing I keep talking about when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy. That game was a freaking gold mine, bro. There was so much with the spells and the combos that you could do with the spells, and like you just wanted to see what all this stuff could do. Like, it's not like limited by any means. Like by any.
It's the complete opposite. That's just a complete. Those two statements fucking contradict each other. You can't say there's creativity and fun to be had that people find, and then say the combat system is limited. That's
going this way.
Those two statements just completely contradict each other.
All right, here we go.
you can use like the web rush, the web strike, or you know the slingshot into combat. The combat designer was like, how about we have them use the slingshot in combat? No, the slingshot was used to be traversal.
Okay, first of all, how do you know that? Where did you get that information? And 2, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant because you can still do it in the combat. Therefore, it adds to the depth of said combat system. Like, what are you talking about?
Reaper said, I just know this guy sucks at Spider-Man 2.
Yes, he does.
Remember, this is the same guy that said Spider-Man 2's web swinging had no skill while he proceeds to suck dog shit at the system.
Does he play zero swing assist? Like...
He plays on 1, actually. He said, I wouldn't recommend going on 0.
It was used to be traversal. That's what it was.
I would recommend
the fact that you're using it in combat doesn't show that there's depth to the
game. It's just so fun.
What do you mean it doesn't show that there's depth to the game?
My brother, he played Spider-Man 2 for the first time, and
he played
the first 2 other games, but he didn't know I had my swing assist turned to 0, so every time he tried doing traversal, it was so fucked for him.
That's actually kind of tragic, bro.
Combat doesn't show that there's depth to the game. In fact, it shows how shallow the depth is. Because now oh my god. So by finding more variety in a combat system, it makes it more shallow. Okay.
Okay, you know what? Yeah. If that's the logic, what happens
Y'all were
if...
flaming this dude about the same time last year.
Minecraft is about the shallowest game possible.
So what happens if you end up playing a game and you find out that there's nothing more to it than what's being said? What is that defined as? Is that not defined as shallowness?
That's pretty shallow and limited to me. I don't know.
Because if that's the case, then I'd say Arkham fits that bill pretty well. Because everything that I know how to do in Arkham is what's told to me.
Except for the stealth.
Yeah, except for the stealth. I'm just talking about the combat, just the free flow aspect of it, right? So if we're just going based off that, if I play Arkham and if I feel dissatisfied because there's nothing else beyond that system than the free flow, and I get bored. What do you say then? What do you call that? I would love to hear his answer when it's flipped, like on the other end of the spectrum. But that's just me.
Nah, bro. Trust Arkham has better combat than the Spider-Man games, despite it having blatantly less variety and
Goodbye. You know, I'm honest. I don't even mind if people feel that way. But what I'm not gonna say is like, you can like that system more, sure. I
agree. You can like EA. I'm 100%. If you're about to say you can like it more. That's one thing.
You have more depth.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Mechanics that obviously weren't used or meant to be incorporated into combat.
This is the most like I can't play the game like you, so I'm gonna hate. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I know.
So when I see people doing stuff like this, it just honestly it shows me the flaws of the game.
It shows you the flaws of the game because people are finding creativity? What are you talking about?
Wow, that's cool. I'm thinking,
Donut, that's a very crazy.
I am never giving this man another idea for his game in my life.
No, keep doing it because the more you do it, the more we'll see. Like, bro, as soon as this drops, whenever this drops, I'm going to be so brutally honest. If it's good, I'll genuinely call it good. But watch me play the baseline and be like, oh yeah, this is amazing, bro.
Oh yeah. If there's like depth in his combat system that's not told to you, like how to do said mechanics or how to string together, I'm gonna be like, nope. I mean, you can do this, but he didn't intend for this to be done. So
Wait, he said he's gonna pull up his video. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So when I see people doing stuff like this, it just honestly it shows me the flaws of the game.
That's crazy.
I'm not thinking, oh wow, that's cool. I'm thinking
when I see Lucas talk like this, it just shows me the fact that there's nothing inside of that skull.
Bro, Colin, you've been beefing with this dude for like a year now, bro.
No, Impact. I definitely appreciate you for showing me this, bro. Thank you.
Of the game.
It's crazy.
I'm not thinking, oh wow, that's cool. I'm thinking, damn, that's just
Impact. You were
fucking lame.
You were both a blessing and a curse because I'm losing brain cells watching this.
Hold on. He said, I'm not thinking, dang, that's cool. I'm thinking, wow, this is lame. Okay, so the only thing I'll say to that is that's completely fine. That's a perfectly fine opinion to have. The one thing I don't understand, though, is if you feel this way over Spider-Man PS4, why is it different when you see Web of Shadows combos and people do the most egregious after-death combo that you've ever seen in a video game?
Well, you gotta remember, he's got multiple personalities, so his opinions,
I guess so.
They contradict each other.
That's cool. I'm thinking, damn, that's just
struggling for power in that empty little noggin.
Wait, why is this lame? But you like Web of Shadows is okay to you? Web of Shadows is so like most of the combos you see people doing is after the they've died. Like what? Like what do you? Okay, all right. I just don't know anything, bro.
No disrespect to Spider Menace, but I'm just like, that's not impressive to me. That looks fucking lame.
Oh my god.
If they just made a good combat system, maybe you wouldn't have to, as far as to try and repurpose other mechanics reverse.
Dude, he's
You can
acting
barely
like
get a sentence out.
Oh my god.
he's acting like we're doing this because we have no other choice. He's acting like we have to do this. Oh my god.
So
Okay,
mechanics
he's
or
gonna pull it
combat.
up. Here we go. This is crazy.
Right?
He just had to wear a wife beater on
Like,
this
it's
stream.
just canceling out of moves. That's
This
it.
is,
Oh, really?
Does it do that for every? You have to do that for every
Right? Bounce
ad
them
that
off.
comes up.
Cancel again.
I do that for every
he
ad
has
that
all-
comes
so
up, but this is
setup.
kind
He
of
has-
out of
put all
habit.
these web lines here.
Just get brave.
Hold on. What do you
So
say?
he has. So this is a setup. He put all these web lines here.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of do agree with that. I'm not the biggest fan of having the setup stuff like in a combo, but that's just me. That's just my.
Yeah, but that's
personal-
that. No, that's a completely. That's a separate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not even the argument he's making, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying.
Yeah. How is this fun? This isn't fun.
How's this fun, guys?
How's it not fun?
Like, is this cool to anybody? This isn't cool.
Yes. Okay, that doesn't matter.
scary.
What you find cool
Anybody
doesn't
else.
talk to the quality of the combat system, but okay.
This isn't a juggle, bro.
What do you mean it's not a juggle?
You're stupid.
What is he
Oh my
doing
God.
right now, then?
You're juggling your last 2 brain cells, dog. If you can't juggle, you're a fucking moron, buddy.
What is
Oh
he?
my god.
What does he think a juggle is?
He thinks juggling is literally just the fucking act of you throwing 2 balls in the air.
He's juggling his personalities right now.
Well,
Just hasn't seen
no,
Morris
it doesn't-
combos yet. It's not right now.
All right,
Like,
He just hasn't seen
what am
Morris
I supposed to
combos
get
yet.
from this?
dude, that's such
Yes.
a moot point. What do you get from anything? Like I could say that about anything. Like what do you get from sprint canceling and freaking Call of Duty? Like I could.
What do
see
you
this-
get out of that beard? Because I don't get it.
What do you get out of drifting in a corner
beard's
when
kinda
you
tough,
can
though. I
when you
can't
can
even
like you ever play like a racing game?
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of like racing games, like if you drift around a corner, you'll like hit that corner slower than if you were to just like slow down and do the corner normally. But like you
Yeah.
drift because it's cool.
Yeah,
But like, why would you do that? Why would you want to have fun though? Like, why would you do that? Like,
Yeah, you're right.
The way it was intended, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Follow every tutorial and don't do anything else.
DMC.
You said what?
Why is that
That's
aspect
stupid.
ratio so goofy?
This is
He
stupid.
would hate
Don't
DMC
ever
for
fucking
sure.
mention this stupid gameplay ever again. This is actually retarded. That someone would waste their time doing all this stupid shit.
Yippity yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What do you?
Yeah, go back to your animation,
Dude,
buddy.
Why would
Definitely not a waste of time there.
Why does anybody DMC5? Why does anybody go endless runs on Batman? Why does anybody do anything in any video game ever? Like
This dude's killing me.
Right?
Just
You don't
kill
give
me.
me special points for this.
he's not doing it for special points.
He said, "Don't ever mention this stupid gameplay again."
What do you mean for special? What?
You don't get like there's no reward for
like
this.
Bro, Mason,
There's.
You need a trophy every time you do something, bro.
I swear to
Sorry
God,
about your
like
fucking name, bro.
does
Bro,
a
I swear
game
people
always
forget
need
the
to have
name
like
for
a
games, like
Does it
bro,
need to
just have fun.
It needs to have some
Some
jingling.
crazy shit.
It needs to have
you
jingling
know what's
keys
funny?
for you.
You know what's funny? Hold up. You know what's funny? If that's the case, why don't you traverse Spider-Man 2 wingsuiting the whole time? Why do you ever swing? Why does anybody ever have a problem with doing the wingsuit only?
Why don't you just get on the ground and fucking walk, dude?
Yeah, why do you need to swing when you
why
can
don't you just do
walk? Like, what
the
is that,
patch
bro?
swing kick glitch? Y'all remember that?
Yes. Yeah, that was crazy actually. This is crazy, man.
And the reason why, in addition to that, is that it doesn't flow.
What do you mean it
Why
doesn't
you
slow?
Hold on. Wait a minute. You can't choose to be a critic of the style and then also say like this thing is like pick a struggle, bro. You're either gonna say like it could
he
be
picked
better.
his struggle. Look what he's wearing, bro. Come on.
Because it's not
Bro,
supposed
chill.
to look like this.
You just give a constructive criticism.
This isn't cool to me. This looks like dog shit.
That's
You
fine.
want to know what looks cool? I'll tell you what looks cool.
Oh.
I want to say
Okay,
something.
that
wow,
isn't
hold it
like
for
difference.
game.
Please pull up
This
DMC.
looks
Oh, no.
cool.
that isn't very constructive.
That
Okay,
looks
Luke.
cool. You
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
know why?
Lucas. You don't need to do any of
Because
that
the
though.
designers.
Hold up. You want to see what's funny? Oh, look at
That
what he
looks
just did.
cool. Do you want to know
Look at what
why?
he-
This looks cool. That looks cool. Do you want to know why? Because the designers, the combat designer, was like, how about he goes from this to this to hits him up in the air? Then you can have a mechanic that brings him
Clearly
down.
not, because he's already dead.
They thought about this.
What the fuck are you talking about? You can literally do basically the
You
same
can do
thing
that in Spider-Man
in
4.
Spider-Man 2.
Right?
Wait, how long ago was this?
All of this is combat, and it's meant as combat. Web strike to throw. Web strike again.
All right.
This is meant as combat.
Okay.
Do you see
Thank
the
you for
difference,
pointing out that this
right?
combat
All
was
this is all
meant as
combat. He's not repurposing, you know.
Okay, essentially, he's dead right now.
Wait, can you guys hear the stream from my phone?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. He's dead right now, right? He's
the end of
quite
it.
literally
Yeah.
dead. So if we're, oh my god,
If we're running with this standard, this is completely unnecessary.
exactly.
The combat designers didn't intend for this to happen because they intended. Oh, I mean, actually, I don't know. Let's just speak like Lucas, though. I'm just gonna yap about shit that I may or may not be true. They intended for you to kill that enemy and then move to the next one.
This
what
is
are you
lame.
doing right now? This is unnecessary.
Why are you wasting all this time? Why
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
doing this?
This is
His
stupid to
emote
me.
or his web swinging. He's not doing that.
Don't
This
ever
is
show me
all
this
combat.
gameplay again, Lucas.
These are
What did you just say?
or his web swinging. He's not doing that. This is
Whoa.
you know, his emote.
What's wrong with?
or his
Wait.
web
First of all, people do implement web swinging into their combos and even web of shadows. What are you talking about?
Creed does that shit all the time, bro.
He said emotes. What emotes, gang? Are you what? Are you
I
talking about
don't
the
know.
swing?
I don't know. I don't know about
Is
that.
he talking about the swinging or the
Not
combat?
repurposing, you know, his emote or his,
Spider-Man, not
or his
Repurposing his emotes? What is he saying? I'm not gonna nitpick. Let me not nitpick.
web swinging. He's not doing that. This is all combat. These are all
Yeah, you have
like
to
mechanics
web swing the-
and maneuvers that the game gives you for combat.
Wow, so it's the same thing for Spider-Man 2, because you could use them in combat and intertwine them with combat. That's crazy.
Do you see why it looks cool? This is all purpose for combat.
Isn't that crazy, don't it?
Okay.
That's so
Okay.
crazy.
Look
Oh my God.
at this. Look at this.
This is all purpose for combat.
All right. At this point, dead. At this point, dead. I want you to keep that in mind.
Hate seeing ads? Here's how to get rid of it.
Oh.
Get paid.
You know
What a loop.
Skip it.
Yeah, dang.
There's a reason why it flows because it's meant to be played this way. Right? This is meant to be played this way.
Tony, go to
You know what's funny?
He kind of has a point there.
No.
Not gonna lie.
He doesn't. Because like if you've ever seen like I guarantee you the devs didn't do this, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like how do you even the playtesters aren't playing like Web of Shadows, like if there were playtesters, I have no clue. But I guarantee you, Web of Shadows when it first dropped was never gonna look like this. Never. And this isn't even the peak of Web of Shadows that I've seen. So I'm like, what is he trying to say? It's just such a move.
You're giving this as a
Precision play
player
Web of
to
Shadows?
experiment with. A lot of this art perfectly timed
crazy.
attacks.
Y'all seen Precision play Web of Shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold up. Everything that he just said right here can be applied to Spider-Man PS4.
Experiment with. A lot of this art perfectly timed attacks. You're meant to play it like this, right? There's a difference.
Sounds like he's trying to convince himself at this point.
There's a
It's kinda weird.
difference. You're
There's a
meant to play it
difference,
like
I
this.
swear.
Do you see why that?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't think there was ever a point of Web of Shadows where I was told that I need to switch my suit mid combo.
Nope.
And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong.
I don't remember if there was a tutorial for. I know there's a tutorial for
like for switching, but I don't think there was ever.
They imply. I mean, they imply to switch the suit so that you get different moves. That's what the skill tree's for and
Exactly,
stuff.
but never for the purpose of on the fly, like it
Not
was
mid
never
combo, no.
Exactly. So when you see this stuff, all of this stuff that was never said, never like told to do, yet people do it still. You don't see the,
Hold
the
on.
suit
Here,
switching
Sony.
is extra. I think that's
Sony,
crazy.
the timestamp is in the link. Go to general, like pull this up on your stream, and tell me. And I just want everybody to take a collective vote and ask like if that combo flows.
I got a psychic reading. I got it.
Don't you dare pick at this. Watch it.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
You got a whole ass spider web set up there, what? When was it?
Yeah, that was my combo. You can pause it up.
I think
Was this made before like the
This was right after the game came out.
update where you could
that
switch
is
to
an
your black
egregious
suit?
ad. That is an egregious ad. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Well, I'm just can we just take the collective vote now? Did those combos flow together?
That's it.
Yeah.
No,
I
that
mean-
shit was garbage. You gotta play it the right way. What the fuck was that?
I think you just press buttons and
You gotta
know,
mash
like
square
right
and
after.
Spam the button, bro. If you want to get as good as Lucas.
I love what he has to say about fighting games.
They're all trash. I hate them. They're stupid.
You know
You're
what?
dumb if you
Hold
play them.
on. You know what's a great example of this?
Oh, what a
I mean, the flow comment. Johnny Cage in the new MK game. His little trait where he like can just spam moves. Does that flow, quote unquote, or is it like it's supposed to be janky and they're okay with it? Like I don't know, bro. You just gotta pick a struggle. You gotta
Doesn't
pick a
look
struggle.
good. You see why that looks good and this looks fucking stupid?
Why does it look stupid?
Hold on. I want to see what the chat's saying. It's looking good so far.
It might be talking about his animation.
Okay, this guy is just old. They just hacking the game.
What he said?
They were just hacking it this whole time, bro.
He said they
Sony's
just
Well,
making
you
it
know
worse.
what's funny? He's talking about animation cancels were stupid in this clip when a lot of the combos in DMC like that people do are animation canceling.
Exactly. Okay, literally, this guy said it right here. The fact that he changing to symbiote mid-combat is fire. Mid-combat changing is extra. That was never an intended part of Web of Shadows. People just did it to be extra. So, again, that doesn't help. Like you're.
Well, yeah, like
contradicting yourself.
like when you do like a web strike with like the red suit, for example, the enemy's dead already. So if you do a suit swap combo, you don't need to do that. The enemy's fucking dead. So you continuing with a suit swap combo, it's just unnecessary by his standard. You don't need to do that. So therefore, the combat system is just it's bad. It's unnecessary, so bad.
And then also him just standing there in the air makes no sense. Why wouldn't he move while he's in the air?
Yeah, Spider-Man would never do that.
Web of Shadows, you skateboard and kickflip people on the ground as you. Spider-Man would definitely facepalm and drag some dude through the concrete over 2 city blocks. Yeah,
Spider-Man would definitely bounce people off the fucking concrete, so their bones and fucking insides turn to jelly.
Oh my god.
That'd be straight.
Air as opposed to, I don't know how you can start swinging and then
Like,
just stop.
I think
and
LeBron James should survive something like
like,
'Cause it's a video
so
game.
counterintuitive to the flow of the game.
It's a
You're
mechanic.
counterintuitive to human intelligence.
It's what the game wants you to do. Why would the game stop me when I'm shooting? Like, why would there even be an animation for it if? Okay.
This is dumb.
Thank you, Lucas. Very insightful.
Absolutely dumb to me. But to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to play the game that way, by all means, play the game that way.